Good morning, my crafty friends. Can you believe it already? It is Monday again, and we are in to be making some super fun cards using the Sweet Bugs stamp set. Oh, this is just so darn cute. Hold on, let's make sure everything is up and ready. Don't forget to say hi below. I love to hear everybody that is online. Let me know if you are joining live or you are watching replay. Again, we're using the Sweet Bug stamp set, and today we're going to be using the dies. Now, the dies are currently on back order, but don't worry, my friends, they are coming in very soon, the first week of March, so you can grab those then. This is absolutely fantastic. We're going to make a very, very simple card today. Again, my name is Tina Kurgich. If you don't know how to spell that, that's okay. You can always reach me at northernstamper@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out my northernstamper.ca website. I have some things going on there. So let's take a look at what we're going to be making today. So this is a very, very simple card. This is a note size card. It is slightly smaller than a regular card, but it is a lot of fun to use. We are also going to be using a little bit of scrap paper, so make sure you have that available. What else you are going to need is some Memento black ink and some Stampin' Blends. I just love coloring, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Again, like I said, it's a very simple card, and we're going to be focusing a lot on stamping with the Sweet Bugs. This is really cute. I just love it. Don't forget to join me in the first week of March. I'm going to be doing a all bugs week, which is all fun and games, and you don't want to miss that. These are so darn cute. I'm really glad I had purchased these. All right, when you're ready, give me a thumbs up and let me know if you're crafting along or you're just watching first and then going to try and make the card. So we have our note size card here. It's a note size a little small, so we're going to open it up because we're going to do a lot of stamping on the front of the card. And I'm going to be using some different images. I'm going to use this bee here, and maybe I'll use this ladybug reading a book. I'm going to use the mushrooms and the little flowers and this little flower with some grass here. I think I'm going to use all of those. So let's get started on stamping first. So I got my card open. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to have a little character kind of sitting here, this one sitting reading. I'm going to have him kind of front and center a little bit. Hope everybody can see everything. And we're going to build from that. So let's start with the largest image, and that is going to be this flower. So comment below if you know what kind of flower this is. I do love those kind of flowers. So let's get our Memento Black. We're going to get our ink. Open that up. Let's put it over to this side. And I'm going to get the image. So make sure it's nice and flat. Okay, I'm going to ink it up. And remember, when you're inking, to pat and turn, because you never know where the ink is going to be sitting. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start with the first flower, because that's the largest image. I'm going to do one, and I'm actually going to add another one, and I'm going to lay it right on top and just kind of over so that the flowers kind of go over on each other, so you can kind of see like that. All right, let's add another one on this side. There we go. So we got these images of the flowers, the little flowers there. And what we're going to do, let's lay down some grass. So there's a little stamp with flowers and some grass, and we're just going to follow that along. Put it along here. So he has something to sit on, just kind of following it along. And let's do a little bit here. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. There we go. See, we're just building the image. This is a lot of fun. I think sometimes we don't stamp enough, and we're too focused on other things. That comes with it, but just stamping itself is a lot of fun. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this little guy, and I'm going to try and have him so he's holding this little flower here. So there's his hands, setting it up so he looks like he's holding the flower. Look at that. So cute. Look, I did it just so that it looks like it's holding his flower. But there's a couple of different ways that we can do it. So I can just stamp everything straight on here and leave it like that. But since I have this guy, this little bee guy, I'm going to take my scrap piece of paper and I'm going to stamp another one just so I can die cut him out. I'm going to have him on there. So I got that. So I got my little bee stamped. Let's go back, take a look, and hopefully you can see everything. Let's take a look at the little guy, the little ladybug that is reading. And I can put her, make sure, is it a her or a him? I don't know, her, him, it. Put it right there, stamp. But, so now it looks like the whole card is now filled with images. Now, what I'm going to do, because I have him inked, I'm just going to stamp an extra one here. Now, you're going to see why I'm doing an extra one here. We have enough space at the top for a sentiment. I'm going to do hello friend and just pop it on there. So that is it for the Memento black ink. I just personally, you know what? It's going to look fine just by itself. That looks very cute. You notice how the note card really fills up the area. Because it's a smaller space, it fills up the area and makes it look really nice and full. So I have it like this, but I also have these guys stamped over here. Okay. And what I could do is I could die cut these guys out with the dies that come with it. So there are coordinating dies, and I can cut those out. All right, so I'm just going to put those off to the side just to let you know. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blends and I'm going to be coloring all of this. And let's start off with some of the little flowers right here. And we're just going to color that. And you can make them any color you want. You can color them with Stampin' Blends, or you can color with watercolor pencils or anything else you like. Now, just a little tip when you are using Stampin' Blends, just to let you know, they do bleed through the paper. So what you could do, I'm going to show you what's going to happen. On the back of this, you can either put some DSP or another piece of cardstock if it bleeds through, or you can stamp this on a piece of paper that's a little smaller, and then you can mat it on this white. But the Stampin' Blends do bleed through the cardstock a little bit, just so that you're aware of that. Okay. So if I flip it over, you're going to see this. Now I will be covering this over with, I'll look for some DSP and place that on the underside of the card. So I've just grabbed any color that I like. For the leaves, I'm going to grab, what is this? This is Old Olive. And if you have Stampin' Blends or don't have Stampin' Blends, I highly suggest getting Old Olive as number one that you're going to purchase. Old Olive and Granny Apple Green together are very, very lovely for any kind of flower that you make. I highly suggest those two colors. Definitely first, because there's always leaves to be colored in, and Granny Apple Green and Old Olive work really well together. So if you're going to start your Stampin' Blend collection, start with that. Okay. You can also then from there start with your favorite colors. If it's blue, red, or green. So I got these guys colored. Let's add in a little bit of, let's add a little bit for these little flowers. I'm just using a type of pink, a light color. I'm just coloring them in. Oh, I forgot to do the grass. So coloring, I love Stampin' Blends. If you follow along, you know how much I love these. Also, I wanted to thank the ladies that came this weekend to my gathering. We had like a free little gathering where we just got together and made some cards. It was just wonderful. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. It was absolutely fantastic to get together. And I am looking forward to our next event, which is going to be the Tea and Alice in Wonderland. Oh, I am so excited for that. I've got some great stuff. I got 4 cards and a project plan for you. Very excited. So we got the grass all filled out. See, it's coming all together. And we are going to be coloring in our ladybug. I'm just grabbing our red. And this is dark cherry cobbler, but if you have any other color of red, it will definitely work. Okay, I'm just coloring him in. Okay, and filling that up. So yes, I am so looking forward to the tea. I've got my outfit already. I've got a little hat I'm going to be wearing for the Alice in Wonderland. So excited. So, okay, what else have we got here? We're going to add some yellow. Yellow is actually a really nice color. This one, I believe, is Darling Duckling. There's also crushed curry or another type of yellow if you want to add into your Stampin' Blends. Always great. Oh, we're going to color this guy in. And you're noticing I'm really only using one color for coloring this in. I'm not doing too much blending so much as just coloring. If I was doing flowers, I'd probably do something a little bit more. Now I'm going to add a little bit of color to this guy. I've got a slight orange, and I'm just going to tap along just to highlight some of those um, um, little things on him. And they're on his head. I'm going to go back and kind of blend in some of that, so it's not a harsh line. Now, we're almost done. Look at this. A little bit of blue for the wings. Now, I could leave this card just the way it is and add a little bit of Stella, and it would be done, right? So that is actually very cute. But what I want to do is I'm going to step it up a little bit. Remember, we had these guys. What you're going to do is you can fussy cut or die cut these guys out and color them. Now, I've already have that done. You can see here I've got him done already. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dimensional. I'm going to pop him on here. Okay, and just set him on top just to give it a little bit of height. And I'm going to do the same for this guy reading the book. I had already colored him and cut him out. I just want to add a little bit of height on that. So there we go, just lay it right on top. Okay, now in the DSP there is some little images of, there's a little ant. I could add him in if I want, or you can stamp him and add him in, but I had him as a leftover from another card. Let's grab him, and should we add him somewhere over here? Just gonna add him in. And we have the little embellishments. I got a little ladybug. We'll put her right here, coming in just like that. And you know what? There's a couple little clear ones, little embellishments. Let's, oops, pop those on here just for some design. Oops, let's get our scissors and just pop some of these on here. And this is a quick and simple card. Sometimes we forget about just doing stamping and we get all caught up with everything else. You know what? Oh, where did that go? Stamping is just a lot of fun. Stamping, coloring, just the simple stuff on creating a card is just as fun. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of Stella. Let's add a little bit of Stella. We can add them to the bee here, to the book, to the ant, a little bit on the flowers. So it looks like, oh, it looks like it's a little bit of rain. Okay, there we go. A little bit here, a little bit there. Looks really nice. Now, remember what I said about the inside on the back? See all the coloring pieces here? I am just going to grab a piece and I can place it on top. Let's see, do I have one that's long enough? Let's see, I got a piece here. I can just grab a piece and cut that and place it on the back. Like I said, you could also just place it on a piece of white and add it on top. So I'm going to add that. Look at that. This is all coming together so well. It's going to add this. Oh, that's so cute on this side. I guess I could use that side too, but oh well. I'm going to cover that up on the inside. And now I have one little bee left over. I'm going to glue him on the inside of my card. Just a little dot. Put him up here. And there, the inside of my card is all done. You can't even see the coloring anymore. That is so cute and totally such a quick and easy card. We forget about just doing simple stamping on paper. That is so much fun. I just wanted to show you what we could make with just using the stamp set. Take a look at the stamps that you have in your selection. Find a note size card, which is a smaller than a regular card, and just kind of stamp and see what you can come up with. This was so much fun to make, and look, it only took us less than 10 minutes to kind of put this all together. I didn't think too much about where I'm stamping or stuff like that. So sometimes we get too much overthinking on our cards. Just have some fun and just create, and that's what it's all about. Thank you for joining me today. I hope it's given you at least some inspiration to kind of grab something off your shelf and just do some stamping. Until next time, my friends, I hope you have a lovely day and stay toasty warm inside your craft room. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.